The reason why, as kids, we love Goku, and then as adults, we love Vegeta. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you agree. Let's get straight into this. Who you like, what you see, what you consume, who you like, all that stuff comes from relatability. You related to Goku more as a kid, especially if you play sports. I always use the sports analogy anytime I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. Shit, you could use it for anime, period. If you're a person who wasn't the best at whatever you was doing, you wasn't the best at talking to girls, you wasn't the best in basketball on your basketball team, you wasn't the best in football, baseball, whatever it is, you were a low-class warrior.
Kakarot, huh? Just another lower-class warrior child. We'll send him to one of the frontier planets. He's no good to us here.
You were a low-class athlete, a low-class dude when it came to talking to women. All that stuff play a part. You have to grow into that. That was Goku. Goku as a grown man had a power level of, what was it? 334 or some shit like that. As a grown man, while the other Saiyan elites, they had that in fucking first grade or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you saw how hard he was working, the training, with enough hard work, a low class can surpass an elite.
Besides, with enough hard work, even a low class can surpass an elite.
You didn't relate to the Vegeta who was entitled, who felt he was entitled to greatness because of his birthright.
How can this be happening? I am a super elite, the prince of all Saiyans, and he is just a low level, a common soldier.
That wasn't relatable. You was relatable to the person who had to work hard. When you see Goku training, it made you want to go train. Everything Goku was doing prior up until Namek, even the training going to Namek. You know what I'm saying? Like all that, just training on King Kai's world. You know, being the low man, the low guy on the totem pole. That was all relatable, bro. That's why I loved him, because it was relatable to me. I wasn't the best basketball player as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow into my confidence. I didn't have it all. I didn't have it there. That all that comes from, like I said, relatability. That's why as a kid, 9 times out of 10, anybody watching was not the best at whatever you were doing. Whether it was sports, talking to women, whatever it was you were doing, you were not the best at it. So when you watch Goku, you see yourself like, damn, like he working, like he ain't the best. You know, they call him a low class warrior, this, that, and the third, but bro, he working. And then he was able to rise really rise and become somebody. On the flip side with Vegeta, the reason why as you got older, you started to like Vegeta is because Goku and Vegeta traded places. That's why as an adult, you were able to start to relate to Vegeta. When Vegeta started losing a lot, when he had the episode with the tears, when he just wanted to become better than Goku, when he's now the guy, the underman on the totem pole. Now you can relate in Super when he finally started saying, I'm gonna shatter my own limits in my own way, on my own terms. You related to that. You started to relate to Vegeta more as you got older because Vegeta now became the person that had to work his ass off to get there. He now became the person who was the underman on the totem pole. He now became the low class warrior. Most people relate to people who have to grind and work hard versus a complete story. Not a lot of people can relate to a complete story that's already finished or someone who just had it easy. Not a lot of people can relate to that. When you watch certain people, you can't relate to someone where you don't think it's any grind there. Like he had to work hard, like he was just naturally good. Some people can't relate to Vegeta with the mindset he had of just feeling he deserved stuff because he was the prince of all Saiyans, because he was a super elite. He was entitled to greatness in the beginning of Dragon Ball. As he started losing and really going other places and stuff like that, like really doing other things, training, the will to become a Super Saiyan, bro. That training he did, you started to feel like, damn, bro, he really working. That's when you started to really like, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Vegeta more than Goku. That's where that came in. Some people liked him before, because me, I was always a Goku guy. Then later I started to fuck with Vegeta. I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna lie. I like Vegeta's determination right now. He was determined, you know? But in Super, I think that's when he really mastered, like, not just for my own personal gain. You know, obviously they're both trying to get stronger. Obviously, you know, it's their strength. but it's for other things now. Vegeta got to see the bigger picture on why certain things were ahead of him. Remember in the Broly thing where he was talking to Goku, saying that no doubt you remember the fight with Jiren. In terms of raw strength, he wasn't far removed from me or you. But it was how he used his movements and all that stuff. Vegeta was meditating, trying to, okay, it's not just, you have to see things out. It's not just because I was a super elite, brute strength, etc. that's gonna win this fight. It's not just that. I have to go about it through a different lens. When you start Vegeta on a more calmer aspect and really just being the underman now, that's when you started to relate to him more. You started to relate to him way more. And you know, when that all started, as I got older. Me personally, that started when I got older. It wasn't like that before. So that's my theory on why as a kid you love Goku and as an adult you love Vegeta. Y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think, man. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new. BamZ signing out, peace. We almost at 80 subscribers, man. Keep subbing up.